most people don't understand how the mind works. The mind is the most powerful thing a human being has. And if you don't know how it works, to be successful in life is very difficult. Now, the one thing the military does do, it understands the mind, it understands psychology, and it understands human behavior. So when a human being enters the military, I don't care who you are, what they'll do is they're going to break you down. They're going to break down everything life taught you, everything your parents taught you, everything life taught you. And they're going to reprogram you to think like a soldier, because that's what they need. They need soldiers. They need people who can take orders, that are going to do what they tell them to do, and make them believe that the reason they're doing it is to make their country better and to give people freedom and to do all of this. You know, they have to sort of brainwash you in a way for you to be willing to risk your life, you know, to go out there and to give your life for something that they have just programmed you to believe in a very deep way. And the thing is that you can do that for yourself. You can be your own drill sergeant. You can program your mind to work for you, but you have to know how the mind works to be able to do that. Now, the mind has a filter. The mind only will search for and help you find the things that it believes are important to you. So if you want to do something, you want to change something, you want to create something, you want to draw something into your life, you have to program that filter. There's a system, you know, tested in every profession, everywhere, especially with athletes, on how to program that filter because the mind doesn't know the difference between imaginary and real. That's why we have to make it real in the mind first if we want to make it real in our external lives. So part of my coaching is about that, is about helping people to train that filter, to train their minds, to bring them the success and the results that they're looking for, and how to get their mind to start searching to bring them the things that they want. Now, when we talk about my story, I was always a journaler. I was always creating a vision type person or a vision board type of person. So I was training my mind without actually understanding what I was doing until later on in life. And you know, once I became a coach and understood more about the psychology of the mind and how the military had even trained me to become, you know, this party girl into a soldier, was, you know, a very interesting thing to understand. And once I understood that if I convinced my mind of it, it will make it happen. Things like opportunities, like all the things that I just told you, I wanted to move to Europe. It just somehow these things just kept showing up because I was always had visioning, seeing myself doing all the things that I wanted to do, not knowing how they were going to happen, but preparing myself sort of mentally for them to happen. So when the door opened, I was mentally prepared to go through it. It didn't catch me by surprise. I was willing and ready mentally to seize any opportunity that walked up to me. And that's what I try to teach people, is to understand the power of their mind and how to train that filter to work for them.
Yeah, I think there's a very interesting experiment that they did with athletes, as you mentioned. I think they divided this basketball player in two groups. One group was like a shooting basket for hours, and the other one was just like a thinking of visualizing
yeah.
Exactly, like a shooting and score the points. And I think they tested afterwards. I think the people that actually didn't do any training, they just visualized, actually performed better than the people that trained all day long.
It's a famous study. And there are tons of studies. The military has studies older than that for soldiers. That's how they know how to train soldiers. The military knows more about the mind probably than anybody. Right? Because they have to train you to sacrifice your life. You know how you have to understand the psychology of human beings to get them to sacrifice their lives for something? You have to condition them. And the thing is that we can condition ourselves to perform and do extraordinary things. Soldiers do extraordinary things because they believe in it. They believe they're doing this for a higher purpose, right? And you can program yourself to believe in yourself enough to do whatever it is you need to do to achieve whatever it is that you need to achieve. But you have to keep seeing yourself doing it. You have to visualize it, visualize it, visualize it, visualize it, visualize it, visualize it, visualize it. And then it just ends up being your life. Like, I can't exactly explain how that works, but the thing is that the brain just focuses on that, because now you said it's important. Like, it's important for me to find a job or to find a career or to learn this language. So what is it going to do? It's just going to focus on everything that you just told it was important. And the thing is that most people have dreams and they don't believe those dreams. They don't believe in those dreams. They have them, but they don't believe in them. And so they'll never achieve them. So the first thing about achieving anything is first convincing yourself that it's important and that you can do it. And then everything follows after that.